All right, good morning, everybody. Just about 9 o'clock now on Wednesday. Good morning. Hopefully you're having a good morning so far. I see a lot of you joining in to watch the live stream, so a lot to talk about over not just the next 24 hours, but really going through the next several weeks. It looks like we enter a cooler pattern that's probably going to hang around at least until Christmas, if not really the rest of the year. So the stretch of warm and relatively sunny weather looks like it comes to a close. The first half of December has been exceptionally warm, certainly warmer than normal. No real complaints. Actually, I haven't heard anybody complaining about it, but I think as we get towards Christmas and this little dose of cooler weather, at least it seems right now, a lot of people saying that they're looking forward to it and kind of gets you in the holiday spirit. So we'll talk about that and exactly what to expect. So at any point, if you have any questions, comments, or you just want to say, hey, go ahead and leave it in the comment section, and we'll have a little weather chat here as we get ready for the things to come. Looking here on the screen right now, you see look around several different areas of downtown Tampa, looking pretty good. We've seen those low clouds kind of passing through. You see much more cloudy at the beach, St. Pete Beach. That's looking to the south and to the east. You see kind of overcast skies right now. And same deal in downtown St. Petersburg, more sunshine out into Lakeland, and then really just up the road from St. Pete Beach, Clearwater Beach looks really nice with mostly sunny skies. And I think that low cloud cover will slowly begin to thin out across the entire region. So if you're still dealing with some of that cloud cover right now, it should clear out here relatively soon. Let me take you up into the lower Mississippi Valley and the northern Gulf states. This has been the focus for a lot of severe weather this morning. There are several flash flood warnings in effect going back into central Louisiana, but several tornado warnings and now severe thunderstorm warnings remain in effect. A couple of tornado warnings there in southern and central Mississippi. Another tornado warning just being issued as well, that one going until 8:30 local time, that's 9:30 East Coast time, but an ongoing severe weather threat for them throughout the day today. You see a couple of cells already popping up in western Florida this morning in the Pensacola area. That'll continue east into Panama City, and then eventually into Tallahassee as well. This is the southern fringe of a much larger storm system, but that southern fringe is where we're really seeing an incredible amount of shear. This is a great graphic which really illustrates why we have that shear, or what we call spin, in the atmosphere. If you look at those red lines, the red lines are kind of south-southwesterly right now, right? Moving into the northern Gulf states. And then you head up to around 18,000 feet, and those wind speeds are out of the southwest. And you see how that there's that cross there. And as those thunderstorms rise up, they get twisted because of those shifting wind speeds. And as a result, you get, well, that spin and that rotation. And that rotation is ultimately the cause for that tornado threat, along with just the severe threat in that part of the country right now. So neat to see that. In terms of a visualization, something obviously you don't want to see when it comes to the severe threat. That severe threat's going to go throughout the day today, even into tomorrow. But a tornado watch is in effect for that part of the Gulf states until 1 o'clock Central Time. So if you know anybody in that area, just make sure that they know that there's going to be a continued threat for tornadoes through the rest of the morning into this afternoon. This is the track of those storms. There's been several tornado reports this morning. Yesterday it was more so a wind report across, or a wind event across Texas and southern Oklahoma. Today it's definitely turned over to more of a tornado threat due to that increased shear out ahead of this approaching cold front. And then you've got the winter side of this system. I mean, just a massive low pressure system. You see that low is actually centered over, well, kind of up there towards Nebraska, Iowa, Minnesota, and the Dakotas. But on that northern side of it, not just snow, but blizzard conditions with really windy conditions, gusty conditions there across the high plains into Nebraska and South Dakota. even a couple of blizzard warnings in effect up towards Lake Superior. Hard to see with the radar on there, but just nasty winter weather in the northern states up into the Great Lakes states this morning. Meanwhile, back home, at least across the south and the southeast, you've got that enhanced threat for severe storms today. That stretches from parts of southern Louisiana all the way across southern Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida. In fact, that slight risk extends east of Tallahassee. So we'll have to watch this area late this afternoon into the overnight hours when it gets dark for some ongoing severe weather into the overnight hours, which is always dangerous because of that threat for nighttime tornadoes. Even though most of the tornadoes occur during the day, and more of the tornado deaths occur at night because of people just not able to get those severe weather alerts because they're sleeping and maybe don't have a good method of getting those alerts. So a concern for the western panhandle and southwest Georgia tonight for the potential for some ongoing severe weather tonight. That threat for severe weather is going to continue east into much of the northern part of Florida, into central Florida, and including the Tampa Bay area into the day tomorrow. So something that we're going to be watching really through what looks to be, I'd say, the first 3 quarters of the day. So it looks like through probably 3 or 4 o'clock here in the Bay Area, we'll have to be on high weather alert for that threat for some damaging winds, mainly along the leading edge of the storms that move in. So storms are going to hit, they're going to be intense, maybe a few trailing showers and storms, and then that threat for severe weather is going to clear through the day tomorrow. I've got a graphic here that shows you roughly the timing of this as we go through the next couple of days. Today's going to be great. So if you've got some more errands to do, if you've got some things to do outside, maybe put up those Christmas decorations. If you're still trying to get everything up and get it just perfect for Christmas or the holidays, today's going to be fine. It does get a little breezy late this afternoon into this evening, but still nice weather overall today into tonight. Tomorrow morning should start off dry too. So I think the morning commute, getting the kids off to school tomorrow morning should be just fine to start off tomorrow morning. And then we'll see that line of storms approaching as we go through the late morning hours, 10, 11 o'clock up into the Nature Coast, and then moving into the Bay Area. It'll be right along that leading edge. So looking at probably right in this area right here is where we'll likely see at least that threat for some severe storms. But I do think the overall threat for severe weather diminishes the farther to the south and east this line of storms goes, and that continues to move east. And then I think by around sunset, or at least by around 5 or 6 o'clock, most of the area is out of the threat for storms, and then we start to see those clearing conditions into the overnight. But in the wake of that cold front is going to come that colder air that really begins to settle in for the long term, all the way through the weekend, into next week, and maybe even into Christmas as well. But at least for tomorrow, when you're looking at your window of time where you could see those storms arrive, the Nature Coast, it looks like it arrives around 10 to noon. It starts to clear out after that. Tampa Bay area over into Lakeland, 11 a.m. to around 3, so kind of your lunchtime hour, and then kind of padded out on either side of that. So late morning, early to mid-afternoon for Tampa Bay, and then as those storms are weakening, it'll be moving through around 3 to 6 o'clock, and then after that, most of the area should be done with the rain for tomorrow. And then, like I said, that opens up the cooler air that starts to arrive as we go through the day on Friday. So Friday will be a cool day, not necessarily a cold day. I think we still see a high temperature around 70. Lows will probably be in the low 50s. We'll see a reinforcing push of some cooler air behind this system that starts to move in on Saturday. Saturday will start off dry, but it looks like some rain starts to arrive late Saturday into Sunday as this quick moving system moves out towards the east. And then once that scoots to the east, it sort of opens up another round of some cooler air to push in from the north as we go into Sunday. Sunday's highs are probably only going to be in the low 60s. Sunday night, Monday morning, think about that. Lows potentially in the 40s for much of the area into Monday morning. So a pretty chilly start to the week next week. But this is what a lot of you are saying, that this is the type of weather that you like to have going into Christmas week, leading up to the holiday, and even those long-term forecasts. You see there Friday, Saturday. So that's Christmas Eve, Saturday, a high of 60. Some of the longer range forecast models, which I've talked about on my Facebook page, advertising the potential for maybe some snowflakes in North Florida for Christmas Day. Long way out, big question marks at this point. I wouldn't put too much weight into that, but still it's kind of fun to look ahead and see that potential. You don't always get the potential, right? And then for it to maybe come on Christmas Day, even if it's not in Tampa Bay, but up in the northern part of the state, it'd still be fun to see that. Regardless, it does look like it's going to be cool and even cold, right? For Christmas here across Tampa Bay. There is a little warm up earlier in the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then it does look like there's a push, another round of some colder air coming in for Friday, Saturday, and potentially into Sunday as well. So just some things on the horizon, definitely some big changes. Today is our last really warm day. I should say warm and sunny day. Tomorrow's going to be relatively warm, just out ahead of that front. Cooler air starts to arrive once the rain tapers off tomorrow evening. And then there you see, 70s, low 70s are kind of the upper echelon of your high temperatures, with highs even dipping into the low 60s on Sunday. And there you see those upper 40s for Monday. So again, some big changes heading our way that are going to hang around for a while. I think it's just in time to be able to pull out some Christmas sweaters, more of those more winter-like clothes as we gear up for Christmas, New Year's, and then we'll see how long this lasts. But it looks like for at least the next couple of weeks we're going to see some cooler than normal temperatures. You see there in the upper right hand of the corner, the normal low is 56, the normal high is 74. Those are going to be warm days for us. Most of the days after today are going to be cooler than that. So that's kind of what's in our future looks like. We'll be able to fine tune some of the details with the timing of the rain chances and maybe when that cooler air arrives, how much of that cold air makes it into the area. But overall, it's looking like it's going to be more winter-like, I guess, for Christmas, New Year's, and beyond. So just a quick update for you guys. Of course, we'll keep posting these updates and as we fine tune the details of this forecast as we head down the road. But for now, that is it for me. Again, I'm 10 Tampa Bay Meteorologist Grant Gilmore, and you guys have a great rest of your Wednesday, and we will talk to you next time. Take care and have a great day.